Question of the hour, Kendrick. Are the Dallas Mavericks about to get Kyrie Irving?
Nope. Guess what, Walt?
Why not?
Guess what,
Why
Walt?
not?
Guess what, Walt?
What?
Just 5 minutes ago, via Adrian Wojnarowski, the Los Angeles Clippers have joined the pursuit of Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving, sources told ESPN on Saturday. So you got both. So you got both LA teams. You got the South Beach team, and you got a little Dallas Mavericks.
Wait, the Heat have officially got it for you. I know what the Heat want.
And then you got the
I know what the
Phoenix
Heat
team.
want.
So yeah, he ain't coming. Walt gonna have it say, and then I'm gonna have my say about that, but it goes much deeper. Mavs Warriors.
The Nets are determined. It says the Nets are determined to find a deal for Kyrie Irving.
Yep. I believe he's going to the Clippers. I believe they got the things that the Nets have to pull off a deal, and if that happens, just handle the championship now. Mavs.
They give up John Wall. They give up John Wall. What? Man, they got a lot to give up. Reggie Jackson.
They got a lot of stuff, man. They got a lot of good turns, man. They got a lot of good players.
They got a lot.
But speaking of good players, unfortunately, the Mavs won't have theirs. Mavs Warriors tonight. Mavs 28-25, fourth in the West. Warriors 26-26, eighth in the West. Only separated by a game and a half from each other. From 3 to 13, it's only separated by 4.5 games. Mavs with a 111-106 win over the Pels. Luka left that game with a heel contusion, which will keep him out tonight and possibly, not possibly, it's been noted, he will be out against the Utah Jazz on Monday. The Warriors' last game was they took a hot L to the Denver Nuggets, 134-117 on Thursday. They're 5-5 in the last 10 games. This is the first game of a 5-game West Coast trip, and the last 6 of 7 are on the road before the All-Star break. I guess the Warriors are a 9.5-point favorite. Referees tonight are James Capers, J.B. DeRosa, Robert Hussey. Starting lineups: Josh Green, Spencer Dinwiddie, Tim Hardaway, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Dwight Powell. The Warriors starting lineup goes like this: Curry, Thompson, Wiggins, Greens, and Kevon Looney. Luka, as you all know, is out with a heel. Bertans is out with a calf. Wood is out with a thumb, or they may be still trying to trade him. Maxi Cleveland.
Now I have had it confirmed that even looks like Christian Wood will be back on Monday.
Okay.
If they don't get a trade done.
Yeah, that's why I say if they're not still trying to trade him. And as we all know, Maxi Cleveland still he's hitting the practice floor, but he's still maybe weeks away. He's still out with a hamstring. For the Golden State Warriors, Patrick Baldwin Jr. is questionable with an illness, and Andre Iguodala is out with a hip. And that's up to the date.
Kendrick, what do you think? Let's just say we were getting the deal done. What do you think it would take to get the deal done?
Well,
I said it would take. I said it would take Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway Jr. and probably a pick could probably get you Kyrie Irving.
I don't know if they interested in anything because I told you this, Walt, and we was on our good grief. We was on our mass chat, a group chat, and I said the reason why it's still gonna be difficult because you're not trading with just the Nets, you're trading with Kyrie, and for anything he has to have his approval because they're not gonna do anything like take 2 cents on the dollar if it upsets Kevin Durant. Now he still may ask for a trade. He still may leave for all purposes. They may do a fire sale. They may try to put Ben Simmons in another deal if anybody wants him.
Well, the thing from what I'm hearing is that teams are calling about getting they want Kyrie is like last word. Teams are calling to say, well, if we get rid of Kyrie, what does this mean for KD?
Yeah.
So where does that stand?
Yeah, it's like 10% is talking about Kyrie, and the other 90% is wants to talk about KD. I don't know if he gets traded at the trade deadline. I don't think he will. It may be a thing with KD where it's the off season, and if that's the case, if you're a pipe dream person like some of you guys are, you want to keep your powder dry and keep all your assets to possibly go into the KD sweepstakes and see can you have any assets for there. If not, then if you want Kyrie, then now's the time, because for what I'm hearing, they're determined to trade him out of there.
Keep going, Kendrick. 1 second.
They're determined to trade him out of there, and Kyrie is determined to get out of there. I don't know. This is all about his money, his extension. That's the main motivation for this, and we have to see what will happen. But I have something right on Kyrie. While you were talking, I came with this thing that says about Kyrie. His on-court fit next to Luka will be amazing. The Mavs missed their chance at making safe, calculated moves. Jalen Brunson, that's over. They messed up. Every move from here on out will be a risk. The Mavs package for a second star stinks at the moment. There probably won't be another chance to get a distressed asset this good, this cheap in the Luka era. Remember, they always talked about the reparation projects. Mike Fisher always talked about that. Kyrie has said some dumb s off on and off the court, but consider everything this franchise has done. This is where the line is. If the locker room doesn't want it to be, then it won't be. And somebody go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Don't let me stop you. You're on the road right now.
I wanted to say this because somebody asked me about KP and said this is worse than KP, and I wanted to say this. I want to say, how is this worse than KP? How is Kyrie's a bigger risk than KP? Kyrie would not cost anywhere near what you gave up for KP. KP literally had a torn ACL, was a restricted free agent, and had some disgusting allegations leveled against him. Right as they were trading for him. Chris Hendo, I think you know him, Chris Henderson I had a tweet. If the Mavs didn't want Dragic, didn't want to keep Brunson at first, now don't want Kyrie, quick question, what do they want? And a guy I know, slightly biased tweet had response. They want the illusion. They want the illusion. They want the illusion of being active and doing things while they actually do nothing but save money and do the bare minimum. And then Mike Bassey tweeted to that question. Chris Hendo said, Giannis, Joker, Ja, and Tatum. Basically, guys you'll never get. Untouchables. If the Mavs are trying to look, listen, this is what I want to say. I'm gonna hand it over to you, Walt.
I can see where he's coming from. He's trying to say basically he thinks they're gonna get lucky like they did with Porzingis and get another Porzingis type player. That's what he's hoping for.
But what I want to say to this, Walt, there's no such thing whether you're trading or get somebody for agency. There's no such thing as the perfect player. All these guys have their warts, and it seems the Mavericks are trying to find this top 5 or top 3 guy like Mikey B said. All these guys you have warts that you trade for. They all have risk, but you can't sit up there and be scared of in my opinion, those risks. You can talk about the Kyrie thing, but if you want to trade with Zach LaVine, he's got his warts. If you want to trade for Jaylen Brown, I heard he has his warts. If you trade for PG, he's got his warts and things. All these guys have warts and things. Some may be bigger than others, but you still have to take the risk, man, because the ultimate goal is to try to win a championship unless like my guy slightly biased says, you're just creating the illusion of the illusion that you actually trying to go for it and actually just snowing Mavs fans. I hope that's not the latter. Go ahead, Walt.
Hold on.
Man, that was so deep. Walt left the building.
Yeah. So deep that I just had to get up.
Dang.
I think that right now, I would take a chance on Kyrie at this point. Like I said, I told you I was looking for. I want something like a Pascal Siakam, something like that. But for what I mean, if you can just get if all you have to do is get off of Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway Jr. to get Kyrie Irving, hell yeah, you do it.
Yeah, but then we started hearing 4 hours ago.
You open up cap space.
Yeah.
Then we open up cap space and you get to you said what?
But then we started hearing 4 hours ago via some big time representatives. Mavs are unlikely to pursue Kyrie Irving as they don't want his influence on Luka Doncic. Damn it, Luka is a grown ass man.
Who said that?
Oh, this is on. Hold on. No, I read. Luka is a grown ass man. Boy, I'm getting. I'm just talking. Luka's a grown ass. He's 23, about to get 24 years old. Whatever his influence on your franchise, it's already there. So if he leaves in 2025 or 26, trust me, it won't be because of any other player. It'll be because you're not doing your damn job. And if you keep not improving this team, he's going to leave regardless of who's here or who's not. This is Cuban.
I want to know who put that out. I want to know who put that out there.
Hold on. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Just hang on. Hang on a little bit. Just hang on a minute. Let me push on up. Okay. All right. This is the Athletic, Tim Cato. Some members of Mavericks worried about Kyrie Irving's personality fit with Luka Doncic. Some members of the team front office have hesitation that Kyrie would be a compatible long-term locker room fit for Doncic, given their drastic different off-the-court personality. What the hell does that mean? Does that mean because Luka's white European and Kyrie's black African American? Because that's the only off-court personality I can see. On the court, I mean, they both. I mean, that's all that I want to
speak to this real quick. He said, "I knew Nico only came here to be a puppet for Cubes." Here's the problem, Jose. Nico has taken stuff to Mark Cuban, and this is I have had this confirmed. Nico has taken stuff to Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban has shot it down like every which way. He said, "You know why the Cavaliers deal ain't working? Because he told Nico if he trade for Karis LeVert, I'm not going to pay him." Okay,
yeah.
That's what he told him.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing he did, he said he don't want Zach LaVine because his contract is too large. Okay. This is 100% Cuban. Nico's hands are tied. Basically, Cuban is basically telling him, you know what? Yeah, we'll take Cam Reddish because that'll get me under the luxury tax. So do something like that for him.
Yeah. So and this brings to the point. Well, I said, last game. I mean, the last game. Listen, guys, prepare. I just want guys. The last pregame show. Guys, prepare yourself to Luka Doncic. He's going to sign his extension. But him to humbly, in about a year after that, ask for a trade. And you know what Mark Cuban's going to do? He's going to do the same thing.
Of course, his agent is going to tell him to sign. You're gonna sign the extension.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen? Mark Cuban's going to do the same thing as the Cleveland Cavalier owner did when LeBron forced his way out, or signed, or not forced his way out, but signed with LeBron. He's going to write a hate letter telling you that Luka wasn't Mavs for life. He wasn't an MF for lifer. But the plain simple thing is he's not one. Mark Cuban. Let me tell you guys something. Mark Cuban has not got over the luxury tax since 2011. The last 5 years, the Dallas Mavericks, he has paid the least amount of money to players out of all 30 franchises. That's Mark Cuban. He does not want
to. He didn't pay least. He's overpaid. He's overpaid a lot of people who shouldn't have gotten
he's
paid.
Overpaid. Yeah, he's overpaid. So he signed bad contracts for some god reason. I'm starting to believe they chose Tim Hardaway over Jalen Brunson. They may tell that's my opinion. They may tell me Spencer Dinwiddie.
No, they chose Dorian Finney. They chose Dorian Finney-Smith over Tim Hardaway.
Okay,
what they did.
Because he was on a sweetheart deal. He's a elite 3-and-D guy, and he was on a manageable contract. Am I right on that?
It wasn't even that. I told you last year. I said when they got Spencer Dinwiddie, I said, "Oh, that means Jalen Brunson's gone." You don't bring in Spencer Dinwiddie if you believe you signed back Jalen Brunson. That just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, and I was totally disagreeing with that. But to whatever the hell they want to do, that's their business. The fact of the matter is, I think they now regret not pursuing Jalen Brunson. You see the season he's having, and you see the trouble that the Mavs have. You can see in the last game when Luka went out. When Luka went out, the Mavs was up about 29 or 30, 31 points, and they took a bad refereeing call on a call that should have went the Pelicans' way. Where Brandon Ingram didn't step out of bounds for them to win that game. If they get the ball, they only if the call's called correctly, New England's shooting for the tie. They're shooting for the tie. That's the team you have when Luka's not in there. So what I want to say is this. Listen, if you're going to win a championship, me and Walt keep telling you, if you're going to win a championship, you have to pay. You have to go over the luxury tax. You have to pay for a championship. You can't cheat your way into one. The league doesn't work that way. You know, maybe some other leagues do, but this league doesn't. You're gonna have to pay the cost to win a championship. And I don't know if Cuban's willing to do that anymore. I don't know if his desires to doing that anymore. I was talking to Mike Basket. He was talking about he said a lot of things that kind of rang true to me. Mark is an entrepreneur, and when you got dealing with guys with entrepreneurs, they're all in it they like to build things. And once they get to that peak, once they finish their job of getting to where they want, they kind of lose interest and they find other interests. See Mark Cuban in Bitcoin, his other financial companies, his publishing companies, and all that. I just wonder, does this owner, still have the passion to build another championship team? That's yet to be seen. And like I said, I see it when I believe
it. Well, Mavericks already getting blown 6-2.
I'm sorry that sounds depressing, Mavs fans, but that's where I'm at with it. That's why. But Walt, you said who said that was Tim Cato? Said that all indications are that the Mavericks have confidence in Kidd's coaching ability to connect with Irvin and Luka Doncic. Adaptability to play alongside another ball dominant guard for the rest of the season, but there's no evidence yet to suggest that Dallas is prepared to enter into the long-term relationship with Kyrie Irving. That's Tim Cato.
No, they were. I mean, you already knew that they weren't going to do anything long-term,
right? So, Mavs took a timeout, so it must already getting bad to worse. So, I don't know what you feel about that. Now it's going to unlikely. Now you see the Clippers are in it, and you got more teams with better assets to give. I always said I told one of my Twitter followers that if the Mavs were to get this deal done, they had to get it done quickly. The longer it goes, or if it goes to the trade deadline,
the longer it went on, the more people got a hold of it.
The less likely. The reason why the KP deal went through because actually the Mavs did a smart thing. They didn't let anybody know about it.
They kept it quiet. No, they kept that real quiet.
Yeah, they kept it quiet and just went in and did it. And then everybody was shocked. Shocked. Mavericks trade for Kristaps Porzingis, and nobody knew about it.
Yeah, that was right. That was right after we left. We had just played New York.
Yeah. So I always said if this deal, the longer this takes, The worst Mavs chances had. If the Mavs would ever get this deal done, it has to be really fast. So we're about to hit the Sunday.
It would have had to been done yesterday.
Yeah. The Sunday.
Or what they're waiting on is bottom of the hour. They basically waiting on deadline make deals. Jerry Jones for nobody to get Kyrie, and then they swoop in at the last minute.
Yeah. Listen, you can talk about Kyrie, his off the court personality, and whatever. Listen, I don't judge anybody whatever you believe. I still think the '92 Cowboys were the greatest NFL team in history, and they had a bunch of crackheads and drug dealers on that team. But I don't care. They just won the championship. As long as the guy win me games, now if he affects on the court, then we got a problem. But I think the combination of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, I think other teams will fear that, at least for this season, in a playoff series. You give me two elite ball handlers, and we know, Walt, this is a guard and wings league. You give me possibly the two best offensive, well, other than maybe Steph Curry, but offensive guards to play off the ball off each other. I think you got a chance to win every series. Every series.
My thing is, I think what Nico might have to do is be like, he's like, if you bring him here, I'm not gonna pay him, and like you get somebody like Kyrie here and let Cuban see the effect of it. And I think Cuban to get on board and be like, yeah, I'll go ahead and pay this guy, because you know what, we can give Kyrie Irving that 2 for 77,
right?
Which is about as much as you're gonna get,
right. And that's why I was all above it, because he's a damaged superstar. I mean, if this was Kyrie, maybe 8 years ago, right before he went crazy with LeBron, you never have a chance to get this type of player. You got to come up with more. It'd be a bidding war.
The longer it's on the table gives the Cuban organization an excuse to say the price was too steep, or Irving's personality wouldn't work.
But then I hear this, Walter, and you're not gonna like this. I hear this. Let me see.
Hate it already.
The Bojan Bogdanovic Mavs are very much interested in both Bogdanovic, the one from Detroit and Atlanta. Yeah, Mavericks interested in both Bojan and Bogdanovic. Say that 3 times. Does this organization, and I'm not trying to get us thrown off there, I'm just
we can't get thrown off there. We don't we don't work for the Mavericks per se. We have access to the Mavericks.
Well, then I'm gonna say what is the fetish? What is the fetish with the dual white European star?
Not going to work. Exactly, it's not going to work.
Well, I mean, they tried it. Listen, they tried it with Steve Nash and Dirk. It didn't work. That should have been the first. Then they tried it.
And here and what happened? And what happened when they split apart from each other? Both of them ran the league. Steve Nash won back-to-back MVP. Steve Nash won back-to-back MVP. Dirk went to the finals, and then Dirk won MVP.
MVP and won the finals MVP. He didn't win a championship. He won
the championship in 2011, but in 2000, Steve Nash left in 03, 04?
Yeah, I get you.
Right, and then Steve Nash went to Phoenix and won MVP back-to-back. Went to the NBA Finals that year on the second back-to-back MVP, and then the next year Dirk won MVP.
Yeah, and both.
And now and then that year that Dirk won MVP, Steve Nash went to the Western Conference Finals and they lost to the Spurs.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
And also, Walt, those 2 years, both Steve Nash's Suns and the Dallas and Dirk's Mavericks both had the best records back-to-back years. They both had like they was winning like 68, 69 games.
Yep, you're right. That year that Dirk won MVP, we got put out. That's the year we got put out by Golden State in the first round.
Yeah.
After they blacktop basketball us up.
Yeah, and that should have been the cue. But also the Mavs, they tried it with KP. Actually, they tried to recreate KP. I tried to recreate Dirk and Steve Nash with KP and Luka, thinking KP was going to be Dirk and Luka was going to be Steve Nash. When all in all, Luka was Dirk and Steve Nash, and KP was Rayful Prince. Just like
no, the problem with it. Nice three by Dinwiddie. The problem is that you know what's funny is that Steve Nash actually played too fast for Dirk, and now Luka played for KP. That's exactly what it is. Why do you think it's easier for KP to go to Washington and ball out? Because Washington plays fast.
Right.
And what's he like to do? He likes to hit that trailer three. Well, hell, I can't hit my trailer three if my point guard is walking the ball down court.
Correct.
But I can hit the trailer three if we running and I'm jogging behind, and I can hit my trailer three.
Correct. Well, like I said, I wasn't on board with the Kristaps Porzingis trade.
When they put it up, I said, well, why are they trying to create? They're trying to redo Dirk and Steve Nash. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but I just don't like trading for injured players. Torn on ACL, and you know, with me, with big guys that have had massive leg injuries are really never the same. In my mind, Yao Ming, Greg Oden, your list goes down the line. Tall guys that have knee problems or have foot problems or whatever, it's just a problem with me.
Did they just take Spencer? I think Spencer Dinwiddie just got a tick.
Yeah, I think shot to the head or something like that. No, he got a tick for slamming the ball.
Yeah, he got a tick for slamming the ball.
So, as the Mavs are down 19-10, now down 22-10.
Come on, Dinwiddie. We need you in the game, Dinwiddie. We out here.
No, because this needs to happen. I think the only chance the Mavs of maybe being back in the Kyrie thing is this needs to happen. He needs to see them without Luka, because this delusion that all these guys are underrated. They need to go and get waxed tonight, and Cuban needs on national TV. That's just my thing. That's just me. Yeah, my opinion.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I'll be honest, he doesn't care.
That's a whole nother subject then.
Well, at least the man's making their shots right now.
Yeah, right now. right now.
All right, man. We'll be back at halftime, man. I gotta get some stuff done.
Sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said I gotta get some stuff done before I fly out to Phoenix tomorrow.
Yeah, Walt's going to Arizona.
I'm gonna be in Radio Row. I'm going to Radio Row.
Yeah, you're going to Cactusville.
Yeah, I'm going to be hanging with the celebrities. We might be doing a whole pre-halftime post-game show from Arizona.
Yeah, you're going to the fake LA.
Oh, come on, man.
Fake LA.
What would you want to apologize for?
Apologize for what?
You said, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Are you about to say you sorry about this Mavs game that's on tonight?
Yeah, that too. Apologize, you guys.
Oh, man.
Oh, but good news. The Mavs only down 7 at the moment.
Yeah, there we go. We'll be back at halftime.
Probably down 27 at half.
Might get that Golden State, that San Francisco skyline up.
I think you may be able to put that up right now.